afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whenever you are watching this. It is the DOUG here for his Tekken 3 review. That is right, I am finishing up the Tekken franchise. And I got a lot of modes to show off today. But before we get to that, let's watch the opening. CGI. Hey look, it's Oakland, California after the Raiders win a Super Bowl. Ha, that one never happened. It's Vince McMahon! Hey John Cena. Hey, Bruce Lee and Jet Li. No relation. Run, Jackie Chan, run! Yoshimitsu! Tekken 3, alright, we got arcade mode, team battle mode, time attack mode is pretty much arcade mode, no ending, survival I showed off in the last one, Tekken ball mode, which I'll show later, Tekken force mode, which I will show off, practice is the third, and theater. Now of course, as you can see, there is one ending missing, and if you know that spot, you know who I'm going to be playing as. Let's just go exit the theater mode. Of course, option menu, game options, key records, of course. Display adjust, which you can move. And memory code, which is on autosave. Let's go to arcade mode. Now, as you see, I'm missing I got all the characters but one, and I'll explain that later in the video. But of course, here we go. We got the dinosaur, the chick I hate, Yoshimitsu, Nina, Law, Harog, Eddie, Paul, King, Lee, Jen, Anna, the fucking tree, Gunjack, Julie, Ogre, Ogre again, Hihachi, Kuma / Panda, and my boy, my favorite character from Tekken, Brian fucking Fury, bitch. Brian Fury is one of my boys. He's actually not only my favorite Tekken fighter, but comes in at number 2 as my top 10 Tekken fighter of all times. Turn that down a little bit so you can hear me. Tekken 3, which has a very good history. By the way, in case many of you forgot, is of course the third one. Now the storyline pretty much involves Ogre, as many of you could see. Because, well, he's the main villain, granted, Heihachi should be the main villain. Heihachi may be the main villain, but Ogre is the real boss. Now, Tekken 3 was originally released for the arcades in March 1997, and for the PlayStation in 1998. The original arcade version of Tekken 3 was released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2. As part of Tekken 5's arcade history. Tekken 3 is still considered the greatest game of its genre and of all time. I would agree. Damn it, King. Oh, crap. No. Bad King. Snap Suplex. It was the first game released on the Namco System 12 hardware, an improvement to the original 2 Tekken games which used System 11. It would also be the last installment for the PlayStation 1. Now, like I said, it came to the United States May 1st, 1998. I played a lot of this in the arcade, and Brian Fury was my boy. Running stomp for the win, baby. Now the story mode is, pretty much the story is this. 15 years after the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 2, Heihachi has established a Tekken force, a private military for his protection. Now, a squad of Tekken force searches. Pause so I can do this right. Tekken force searches an ancient temple located in Mexico, so they must be looking for Rey Mysterio. Soon after arriving there, however, Heihachi learns that they have been killed by Ogre. However, Heihachi, having witnessed the event, seeks to capture Ogre in hopes of harnessing his power for his own goals. Soon after, various martial artists end up dead, attacked, or missing from all over the world, with Ogre being behind it. Now, June, as you remember, who was from part 2, has been living a quiet life with her son Jin, fathered after the events of the previous tournament by Heihachi's son Kaz. However, their peaceful life is disputed when June begins to fear the oncoming presence of Ogre. She tells Jin to hide and seek Heihachi should anything happen. Sometime after Jin's 15th birthday, Ogre indeed attacks, but against Julie's wishes, however, Jin tries to fight Ogre off, but Ogre knocks him the fuck out. When Jin awakes, he finds that his house has been burned to the ground and that his mother is missing and most likely dead. Driven by revenge, Jin is confronted by the Devil Gene, which brands Jin's left arm and possesses him. Jin then goes to Heihachi, explaining his situation and identity, begging him for training to become strong enough to face Ogre once again. Heihachi accepts and takes Jin in, as well as sending him to school. 4 years later, Jin masters the Mishima karate style. On Jin's 19th birthday, Heihachi announces the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3, secretly intending to lure Ogre out while Jin prepares for his upcoming battle. Now, Paul Phoenix originally defeats Ogre and walks away from the tournament thinking he is victorious. However, Ogre transforms into his true form of a fucking gargoyle, fucked up creature, and Jin finally confronts it. Jin battles and defeats Ogre, and Ogre dissolves into fucking acid. However, Jin is suddenly gunned down by a squad of Tekken forces led by his grandfather Heihachi, who no longer needed him, presumably fires a final shot into his grandson's head. However, since Jin does have the Devil Gene, he reawakes, dispatches the soldiers, smashing Heihachi through the wall of the temple. Heihachi survives the long fall, looking up to see Jin spouting feathery wings and flies off into the night like Batman. I showed you all the characters. Now, the original port of Tekken 3 to the PlayStation featured 2 unique characters, Gong and Dr. Volkovich. And it was also updated, giving her own character select spot compete with a unique portray, voice stance, and, as you see, a loss, and a few of her own unique moves. There's also moves from the first 2 games, some of which were given to Ogre. And her own ending, as opposed to the previous months where she basically a model swap of Nina. Still, she pretty much still uses a lot of Nina's strikes of those. She was even made more unique though in Tekken 5. Now, like I said earlier, there was 2 new modes added, Tekken Force and Tekken Ball, which I will show off later in the game. As well as all modes present in Tekken 2. Due to the PSX hardware and limitations, less video RAM and lower clock speed, the visual quality was reduced. The backgrounds were made into 2D images. The character's polycount was reduced, and the game ran at a lower overall resolution. The PlayStation 2 release of Tekken 5 features the arcade version of Tekken 3. Well, now there was a rumor Tekken was ported to the Dreamcast, or Bleamcast. I don't know what that is, so if somebody can tell me, that would be great. Now, like I said, Tekken 3 would be the last PlayStation 1 game. Because then after that, the next big game for it would be on the arcades and PlayStation 2, Tekken Tag 2, which would be known as probably the most favorite Tekken game of the franchise. Hot Punch, bitch. Of course, Tekken would also go on besides Tekken Tag 2 and 1 respectively. There would be 4, 5, 6. It was also a card game, Game Boy Advance, 3D, Prime Edition, and there was a spin-off, Death by Degrees. Just think Tekken Force with Nina fucking Williams, which, by the way, if anyone's ever played Death by Degrees, I would love to know what you think of it, because I played it and it sucked, but that is my opinion. I'd also have 2 crossover games as well, Street Fighter X Tekken and Tekken X Street Fighter. But as of right now, from what I've been hearing, I've not heard anything, and that the game is only right now 10% completed. There is no release date for this time. Some believe Street Fighter X Tekken has been canceled due to the fact of how Street Fighter X Tekken was received. Now granted, if it is canceled, I'm okay with that, because my main problem with Tekken vs. Street Fighter was the fact of Ryu, every fucking buddy online would use Ryu and just spam the fucking kits. And Ogre goes down, bitch. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. All I gotta say is this. This ending should have told you that Brian Fury is not a human being. Brian Fury is a robot, somewhat. Now that pretty much does it for the endings. I'm not going to show them all. Now let's go to Tekken Ball mode first before I show off tag, because that tag will probably be the last thing I do. Now, I'm going to use my second favorite character in this mode, Horog. Now as you see, there are 3 types of balls: Beginner Ball, Grandmaster, and Gum Ball. I am going to use just because they really nothing much changes. And look, hey Hachi, can an old man play volleyball? Let's find out. Ooh, hey Hachi. Ow. Ow. That's pretty much Tekken Ball right there in a nutshell. So that shows that, you know, a little mini game. Now Tekken Force mode. Now like I said, there was one character, the Doctor, but the only way you can unlock him was by getting all the keys in Tekken Force. I have never been able to do that successfully. We're just going to keep doing the Tekken Force mode till I die or time runs out. You pretty much, this is, when I first played Tekken Force mode, and I'm sure everyone can see where I'm going, kind of feels like a Street of Rage, you know. Maybe I might be the only one who sees it, I don't know. And pretty much the way you fill your health up when you're losing health is rock over the food. Now loading. Now there would be 4 bosses. Now of course you got Yoshimitsu. That's pretty much it. There would be 4 stages. The Badlands, the Back Streets, and I cannot remember the other 2. But let's see how far I can go before I die. Like I said, this is how you unlock the dock, but you need the 4 keys. Now I don't know if the dock has an ending or not. I've never been able to get them like I said. But this is a little fun mode, you know, if you wanted to do something different. I mean, now I do not remember who the I think the Kurds have everyone. The Soldiers has everyone's move list. Now somebody said this was 2 players. I've never been able to see if that is true or not. If it is, let me know. And like I said, I've never been too good on the Tekken Force mode, so yeah, there's how bad I am with that. But that's pretty much Tekken Force in a nutshell, guys. It's pretty much a Streets of Rage. Now, before we go, as usual, I'm going to show the team battle mode, and we're going to have 8 on 8, because this has most of my favorite characters. So, of course, Blind Fury, Orog, King, gotta pick my boy Lee. Ah, crap. Wrong button. Time out. There. We're just gonna leave that botch in there. Again, Von Fury, Horog, King, Lee, Eddie. You know, I was trying to pick Tiger. Yoshimitsu, Ogo, and we may as well just end it with Heihachi, that old fucking Mr. McMahon guy. Ah, fuck. Now, Gohan is a good character because he is small and his attacks, by the way, his ending is the only one that is ever looped. If I would have known I was fighting him first. You pretty much have to use a lot of low attacks when you're finding somebody using him, because stupid fucking dinosaur. By the way, that would be his only offense. Alright. Paul Phoenix, aka John Cena. Voted suplex. What can I say? I love my boy Brian Fury. Ah, Nino Williams, aka Paris Hilton. Oh, it's Anna Paris Hilton. Who knows? Now, as last time you saw when I did Team Battle, I got I only had 2 guys left. Let's see how far I get with my team here. Snap suplex. And Anna goes down. Oh, look, it's True Ogre. And don't he look ugly? Looks like a combination of a drunk and Jake the Snake, a drunk man, a Goliath, a dragon, and Jake the Snake Roberts. Brian wins again. It's Kuma! Oh, great. It's the Chicago Bears mascot. Alright, now my boy's doing pretty good. Can I? Oh, man. I mean, we may not see anybody else from my team. Wouldn't that be funny? See, you can also pause in this mode as well. Uh-oh, is Jen gonna stop the Brian Fury? Yes, he will. Fuck you, Jen! Alright, time for the rivals to fight. Now, I know, perfect firewall, but that's alright. Now, at the end of the day, Tekken 3 has a lot of good qualities, a lot of mini games, and has more. And you know, definitely replay value with all your friends. Hey, Gunjack. Version 529 of Jack. And that does it. Alright, like I said, end of the day for Tekken 3, with all the mini games, with all the new characters. Gameplay still solid, the controls look a little better now than the other two did. And it still holds up playable because you still enjoy playing it. And unlocking all the characters, you know, Tekken Force mode, that would be the longest one. So at the end of the day, Tekken 3 gets 5 Yoshimitsu swords out of 5. Until next time when I see you for more PS1 and some PS3 reviews next week, this is the DOUG signing off saying enjoy your weekend and have a good night.